Listen 3000.
What's good, everybody? I am Zen.
I'm Cesar.
And we're Listen 3000. We're back again with episode 39.
Oh, yeah. We moving,
you know what I mean?
Striving. Mm-hmm.
Yes. Before we get into everything, obviously, if you've been here before or you're new here, just to know, this is an Agents of Fandom podcast.
It is.
Make sure to check out Agents of Fandom on all social media platforms. Check out agentsofandom.com. We pump out a lot of crazy articles every day. The team is working very, very hard, getting you all the crazy movie, TV, film, anime, comic book, news, convention news, all of that is on the site, on the social medias. Make sure to follow Agents of Fandom on everything.
It's your new Google.
Yes.
Treat it like that.
Yes. So yeah, this has been it's gonna be a pretty packed episode. We watched a lot of stuff. It's a lot of movies and TV and stuff that came out that we all have went and seen. What am I starting with? We starting with Warrior, right?
Your thing.
Yeah. So this is a show that we haven't been able to really talk about weekly, and I didn't want to just jump in middle of the season and start talking about it. But the finale had recently came out. I'm talking about the show Warrior. It's on Max. HBO Max,
well,
Max, whatever.
Sorry, I don't know if it doesn't also air on HBO as well.
I'm not sure because the show came from Cinemax. It came from Cinemax.
No way.
And HBO Max picked it up. So I think it might just be on Max.
So it already had a season or two on Cinemax?
It had a season on Cinemax, yes.
And is that the first season?
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't know any of that. Okay, that's cool.
Yeah. And then,
I would like to watch and see the differences. You know what I mean?
I feel like as the show progressed, you can tell a bit, especially with this season.
Quality, right?
Yeah.
Okay, sick. And I'm excited to watch it. I've only seen the first episode.
Right.
You go.
For the people that don't know, Warrior is a show. It's based on the writings of Bruce Lee. This was like an idea that he had while he was alive that necessarily didn't get picked up from none of the networks or whatever during that time. And this is something that he had. He always wanted to get created. And his daughter, Shannon Lee, took the show, modernized it a bit, and got it fleshed out and created this thing. And it's really great, man. And we're on season 3 right now. The show is about our main character, Andrew Koji. He plays a character named Assam, and it's set in the 1800s with the Chinese immigration into America and dealing with they're kind of bumping heads with different ethnicities in the area, the Irish, some of the blacks.
And they get into it in the first ep of the whole show.
Yes.
Like, you're very much there. You
know?
For
sure. And if you didn't know, obviously being a Bruce Lee inspired show, it's a lot of action, a lot of fight choreography. Some of the best fight choreography I've seen on television, I would have to say. And it's consistent.
Stamp,
you know what I mean? I mean, they got to live up to those standards. It's Bruce Lee.
You know
what I mean?
You're talking, yeah.
And this season, this season 3 that just ended was really good, man. I honestly was surprised that they actually were renewed for season 3. It was a shock to me. I mean, and the fact that it came back with this incredible season is amazing to me. I'm hoping we get season 4. But the season,
bro, they already got 3, you know? Like, a lot of shows don't even get 2. So I don't know if fans are really watching it, they'll probably get 1.
Yeah, I'm hoping so, man. I'm really hoping that we get another season. But I don't want to spoil too many things for people who haven't seen the season or the show itself. I just wanted to talk about how incredible it was. Like it was a lot of good fight. They set a lot of cool stuff up for the following season. Yeah, I don't want to spoil it too much.
Yeah. You don't even gotta go into it.
Again, this is Warrior on Max. I am a fan of Warrior. The show is amazing. Andrew Koji's amazing. A slept on actor. I know y'all probably seen him in Bullet Train, but he leads this show and he does a really amazing job. Yeah, Jason Tobin.
You already know he's going to be such a sturdy character again, I've only seen the first episode, so for me, I'm way back. I'm talking about the first season, but like in that alone, you get everything that you're saying. You know, like it's like, oh, I see where this is going. I like this so far. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Especially with him too.
Yeah.
So.
Sure. Yeah, if y'all haven't got a chance to see Warrior, really check it out. All three seasons are on Max right now, and yeah, man, I'm hoping we get season 4 because they did an incredible job.
Yeah, man.
So yeah, but yeah, again, we have so much more stuff to get into today.
Yeah, I can start this one off.
Go ahead.
It's all good.
Yeah.
And go a little back and forth action.
Blue Beetle. What is it? Blue Beetle Battalion.
That's how you
Assemble?
say it. I didn't know how we say it.
It's Blue Beetle Battalion.
Battalion. Assemble.
Assemble.
I wish y'all understood that joke. Shout out young. What are they? Young, reckless?
Fresh and Reckless.
Fresh and Reckless. Y'all don't know what we're doing right now, but that was great. Assemble. Just please go watch it on TikTok. They are hilarious. We would love to have you on the pod. That'd be so funny.
Yo, that would be fire. Do they watch movies?
Bro, they do the Assemble because of Avengers.
Oh,
that's why they do
lit.
that. Yeah,
It's
yeah.
lit. Shout
No,
out to
we
them.
we got to get y'all on here. Anyway, they're hilarious. So we saw Blue Beetle.
Yes, we did.
It was
shout out
fire.
to Rob. Rob was with us.
You got to give them something. Mm-hmm.
We got to see Blue Beetle a little bit early.
Shout out to Rob. Yes, that was fun seeing Rob. Yeah,
we got to see Blue Beetle early. It was a great time.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it was.
I don't know if you want to start it off.
Oh, I mean, we can really, man. Yeah, because I guess I don't want to spoil the movie for people if you haven't seen it yet, even though it's been some time. But please go. Don't pay the writers and actors. I'm not gonna tell you to do that. But it's a great film. That's all I'm gonna say. Excuse me. Before I say a rating or anything, because I don't know if you would say that at the end. But man, I just enjoyed it a lot, and even a little more than I thought I was going to. I think. And I thought I was going to enjoy it. I thought it was going to be a solid film. But it was I saw something on Twitter where someone said it was such a cool mix of like, they said if you love 2000s superhero movies and you also just like fun movies, or like they were like, it's that, but modernized a little bit. Yeah. And I was like, I kind of super agree with that.
It definitely gave me like 90s, 80s action superhero film with a modern budget.
Yes.
And special effects.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yes, I agreed. And even I will even put the 2000s in there just for
all
the way that they used the comedy. Like, I don't know. I felt like I kept getting hit with jokes and not a Disney Marvel way, if that makes sense. I don't know. It felt different. But also felt nostalgic a bit. Like, I don't know. I've seen it before. Yeah.
Right. Shout out to George Lopez.
Oh my God.
He was acting a fool. I feel like they let him do what he wanted to do with some of these jokes and how he was getting certain things off.
No, they definitely were just like, hey, buddy, talk. Like, just go. Because he was just losing his mind. His screaming,
Yeah.
Like, I want to see this again.
And it's funny, like, I don't think I've seen George Lopez in a lot of movies. So the fact that he's in this and he did what he did in this movie was pretty cool to me to see. Because it's like, I mean, he's an older comedian. Like, it's like, I don't. When have you seen George Lopez in an actual movie
Seriously,
in a long time? You know what I mean? Like, so this was cool that there's some modern stuff he's in. He's acting a fool and it's funny. You know what I mean?
Super
like,
funny. Yeah. Oh, please, kid, because I don't want to mess anyone's name up.
Oh yeah, let me pull up the IMDb.
Hame, right?
Hame.
Yeah, and it's Zolo, right?
Zolo, yes.
Zolo Maraduena. I don't want to get your name wrong. I'm so sorry if I did. You're amazing though, my friend. Yeah, wow. I'm gonna applaud. I just feel like I haven't seen Cobra Kai, or really have I seen Zolo before. Personally, did you watch Cobra Kai?
I have not.
No, so this is your first time seeing him as well?
Yeah.
Cool. So why? I don't know how you felt just about not even him playing this superhero, but once I saw him on screen, immediately the way that he was acting, I was like, oh, you should have been a hero. It didn't even have to be Blue Beetle. Like, he just gave me. I don't know if you get what I mean.
Yeah, nah, he has that.
Yeah, even the scenes of him just talking with his sister, something about him. I'm like, oh, you've been supposed to be the lead of or something. I'd see it.
It's dope that he got this shot to do it. Yeah. It's unfortunate because of the strike he wasn't able to promote things and really be a part of the post process of sharing, things about the movie. But he definitely has star quality.
I was about to say the great thing on top of that James Gunn is like, he saw what we saw. You know what I mean? So I'm glad that he's gonna. Apparently, his whole family is getting kept into the DCU as well.
Yeah,
so
they need to.
They need that because wow, every single person in the family like affected you watching this movie in a different way. You know what I mean? Like genuinely though, like to the point where I saw you say it's not like. There's some things that we've seen in other movies before, and that is okay the way they do it because they do it in an interesting way. But I felt like I was affected by every character. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that was pretty dope. I was about to say something I probably shouldn't about. I don't want to spoil nobody. Doesn't matter. Jason.
Oh, they talk about it.
Okay.
He ain't like he actually in the movie anyway. I mean,
whose voice was it?
I don't know.
I thought it was
he went in the credits. I'm on IMDb right now.
Yeah, but
but he got to be credited for that.
Does it? Because the only reason I say this, sure? Yes. Only reason I'm saying, this is what I'm asking you. What does it say? The voice of Ted Cord? Because if that person isn't on there, they're not true.
All right, let me.
If they're on there, they're not. You're right. Yes.
Because this is just the top cast.
Exactly.
And if it's Jason Sudeikis, he would be in the top
Hey, I'll
cast,
keep talking.
Whatever.
You look for it.
Because what's her name? Becky G is the voice of the AI.
Exactly.
Kaiji died.
That's my point. So if they say anyone is the voice of Ted Cord, then boom. But if they don't, because again, we only heard his voice in the post-credit scene.
True.
So if they could not.
Okay.
You don't see one, do you?
So let me look it up. Keep talking.
I'll keep talking. Yep. So yes, the reason I'm bringing up Jason Sudeikis, one, we love Jason Sudeikis. We love Ted Lasso.
This is Ted Lasso. This is a Ted Lasso podcast.
Ted Lasso
you feel me?
gang. Come on, man. Believe.
But believe, yes.
Damn it. But no, seriously,
it's
not even
Popeye.
just. What was that? No, that wasn't that bad. That was all right. No, but yeah, man. Not even just Ted Lasso. I love Jason Sudeikis movies. I feel like he's been killing it for a really long time. Down to Where the Miller's Horrible Bosses. Like he's great actor. And it's shown different sides of him, especially with stuff like Ted Lasso. So we heard a rumor before this movie came out that Jason Sudeikis was Ted Cord. So when we went to see the movie, we were like, that was before a lot of different stuff, before James Gunn. Like, we heard a lot of different stuff. We were like, I wonder if it's going to be the same. And I remember saying to you in the car, we were like, well, the actress that's the villain is the same that they said in that leak.
Yeah.
So I was like, Then when you get into the movie and you see the scene, it's like, oh, well, not even the one scene. You see a picture of their family, and it was,
Somebody said the picture, the characterization of him in that photo is from another actual photo of him.
That makes sense.
And I forgot. It was someone on Twitter I seen a couple weeks back. After
like a famous photo, or like him in another show or a movie or something.
I can't say, but I don't know if it was a press photo or it was something from another movie or show or something like that he kind of just took what he was doing. I think he was giving a peace sign, and they just kind of. But the way they drew the picture in the film,
it looks like
it obscured it, so you can't really tell what he looks like. You know,
and going even more into that concept.
But it looks like Jason Sudeikis.
Yes, it does.
You know what I mean?
Yes, it looked like Ted Lasso, to be honest with you. I might have even seen a little stash. But no, when they showed that post-credit scene of
Ted Cord,
and he's kind of glitching out. You hear his voice, and that's why I brought it. You couldn't find it, could you?
Nah.
Ha. So I think personally, by the way, it could come out that it's not true. Because to be honest, the director even said that it would be a dream
it says
cast.
an uncredited actor portrays him. This is on the wiki page.
So maybe that means it's like anybody type of person, like someone that's not known, possibly.
But they could have been doing their best Jason Sudeikis impression.
I'm not gonna lie. I mean, y'all saw what the director said. He said the dream casting for him is Jason Sudeikis.
I mean,
and that's why
I feel like he ain't say that on purpose because we've been heard this.
Yeah, but
because I just assumed.
Did you hear the comment though? That's why I was scared when I heard the rest.
Oh,
of
like you didn't think he would get him?
I didn't even take it that way. I took it worse than that. I took it as like
they tried to get him and he said no.
Yeah, or like because it sounded like he said, but we should almost look up the quote. I wish I had it right now. He said what we said at first, which is that's his dream casting. Of course, I love Jason Sudeikis. I always think he would be Ted Cord. And then he was like, but we also want to cast someone that believes in our film.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't hear that.
Yeah.
Dang.
I don't want to. Please,
I'm trying to find it.
Yeah, because I don't want to. I was on Twitter. I don't want to get that wrong. But yeah, if we can find the quote of what he said about it.
Let me see.
Just because if that's true, that sounds like to me that he was involved, and then at some point he wasn't, and that's probably when they.
Here we go. I found it. All right.
Okay.
So he says, "My dream." This is from Angel Manuel Soto, the director of Blue Beetle. He said, "My dream cast for Ted Cord has always been Jason Sudeikis, but at the end of the day, it's about who's best for the character, who loves what we're trying to do, and who's willing to see Jaime Reyes' story continue."
Yeah, the last two sentences. It wasn't as harsh as the way that I saw it put. But those last two parts of the sentence is a little,
Yeah.
It's a little. It just sounds a bit like he was in talks. Like something happened where we were in a room and it didn't sound like after this conversation we were gonna go this way.
Yeah.
Is all.
And also too, I don't know if James Gunn had anything to do with that, but like I can also see him being like, "Yo, chill on him," because we don't know what. Like we're gonna keep you, but we don't want it to be too tied up in whatever you created, and then we go a different direction in a new DC thing, and now I'm tied to whatever.
Good point.
You know what I mean? It's
True.
one thing to make people just suspend their disbelief on him being in whatever world it is. Now you're asking me to do it with Jason Sudeikis, who also is a big actor.
Huge
you know what I mean?
actor.
So,
one of the biggest right now.
Who knows?
Right?
I'm just spitballing. Who knows?
No,
that could have happened. That could have not happened. You know
I
what
think
mean?
you're talking only because I saw someone, they were theorizing with it, and they were like, I could see that maybe James Gunn said exactly what you said. Like, maybe they were just like, no, because I want to wait and see how we feel about whatever story we want Blue Beetle next.
Right.
Only reason I was like, with that, which is interesting, is they said they want to continue this storyline, though.
I don't know if they're going to continue this storyline. Like what?
Because why would they keep? Remember what I said to you after we saw it? We saw the post-credit scene. There was only one. There's 2 post-credit scenes, but there's only one that matters, right?
Yeah.
Right.
And then
exactly.
Does it really matter?
And I was saying to you, like, well, James Gunn has seen this film.
Yeah. And he
just as much as he saw the Flash and told them to change that post-credit scene several different times.
Yeah.
Right. So he could have easily told him to not include Ted Cord. That's all I'm bringing up.
True.
So the fact that they did that,
I mean, true.
It just sounds like I'm not talking about Jason. Just the concept of going with the Ted Cord timeline. Because at first I was just like, maybe they don't want to have 2 Blue Beetles around, But I don't know. Man, he could retire them. They could do so many things, right? But like them keeping that scene to me was just
also,
like.
Too, not to cut you off.
No, go ahead.
We do know that we are going to get Booster Gold. Like that's one of the things that he's going to be setting up, and he's connected to Blue Beetle in ways. So who knows? That might be set up in Blue Beetle. in a Booster Gold. You never know. So. But again, Blue Beetle definitely surprised a lot of people. Surprised me. Surprised a lot of people with their expectations of what this movie was actually going to be. Definitely a fun thing. I feel like it got a lot of. The performance had a little bit of flack just because of the whole DC thing. I feel like that.
Agreed.
A lot of the DC stuff has kind of just been piling up.
It sucks that they got hit with the poop end of the stick.
It's poop.
That's what you were saying. Poop. Now I remember the reference. Shout out my man Jamie. Jamie Tart. If y'all don't watch Ted Lasso, watch it, but pay the writers. I ain't playing with y'all. We need these movies back, and these people need their lives back. Y'all tripping.
Real, that's
but I also don't want to get in trouble on time. But yes. Blue Beetle. What do you have a rating for it? I thought it was a great film.
I'm gonna give Blue Beetle, man, 7.58.
Yeah, that's me. I'm at a
maybe
38.
7.5.
I'm at a solid 8. Like I confirm my 8, and I'm gonna say I get the 7 too. Again, because it's stuff we've still seen before too. It's not like it was something brand new, but man, it felt so good. You know what I mean? I bet if I watch it again, I would love it more. I just know I have that feeling. So yeah, I'm gonna keep it up there with it.
And unfortunately, it's gonna be. I think it's going digital like really, really soon, with like maybe the next couple weeks.
That's going to have to be a topic for my
September.
That concept.
I have my views on that as well. We can talk about it real quick before we segue out.
True.
How do you feel about that? Because do you think it's kind of taking away its chances of doing more in the box office?
Not even just that. It's taking away its chances of being something that is a memorable moment. It takes away the experience of it. It's like, bro, we all work. We all got stuff to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, we all got lives, the people that go to the movies. So it's just like, bro, if you giving me an option when I didn't even, maybe I had too much to do and I didn't get to see this movie, and now the option is I can watch it in my crib and probably maybe potentially less money or not even like that or no money at all. You know what I mean? To watch it at my house and my comfortability? No, I'm not going to go watch that in the theater. I don't even think that's mean or rude or nothing to say. It's just that's what's so messed up about it. So it just takes away a lot of the movie experience alone, let alone the money that they can make. True. It takes away a lot to me.
Because I am curious how much word of mouth helped it. Because like literally everybody I know that's seen the movie, enjoyed the movie, thought it was a good film, and everybody had a good time watching it. I do wonder how much the word of mouth affected positively or negatively the bottom line on the box office numbers, right? Also, one thing I wanted to say about that, I do agree with what you're saying.
Yeah, right. What's your take?
But I do feel like, because I know a lot of people had their opinions with the Barbie movie going, being pushed to, I guess, home and digital soon as well.
Yeah,
I do think maybe some of those things might have been locked in place before the movie even came out.
That might be true.
You know what I mean?
That might be true.
So, like, we can't backtrack. Some things might have had to been done. To get to movie in this format. It just didn't used to be
that way.
Oh, sure. But I feel like over the last few years, the window for movies to go home after the movie theater run has been shorter and shorter.
But
if you
really want to get into it, it goes right back to what I'm saying. Because when did that start? Post-pandemic. It didn't start before the pandemic. We were seeing movies before the pandemic.
True.
We saw Infinity War. We saw Endgame. That wasn't that long ago.
True.
Right? So we were losing our minds, and they got how much money for that movie? Like $3 billion or something?
Yeah.
Like for both, it's like another amount of money that we all saw that movie for like a year.
Right.
Or at least it felt like at least like 6, 7, 8 months we saw that movie. So the only time that they switched it is when the theaters was jacked up. So when you really think about it, it's like they changed. Like the people at B chose to make the window smaller, not us. We never asked for y'all to make the window smaller. Y'all
I
just
can't say
presented
I'm
us with
complaining
this.
though on a personal level, but
It's
I do
only because we
understand
like the
it
comfortability
deserves.
of it, though.
This deserves people to go see it.
Yeah,
you know what I
like
mean?
like Barbie. I know not like they need to make all the money in the world, but like they could have made some more money.
Sure.
If it just goes all money, you know? And a lot of people maybe, again, people got lives, man. Everybody don't get to see the movies when they get to see the movies. A lot of people want to see it a certain time. Certain people don't want to see it with a bunch of people. You know what I mean? And they might not have got a chance to get, I mean, by now, if you haven't seen Barbie, that's a little crazy. But you know what I mean, right? Everyone does stuff. So it's just like, man. Like, when did Barbie come out? You remember? What month? I don't even need a date. It's been out for
August?
3 months, 4.
Has it?
I hope not August.
Hold up. I'm tripping.
Oh, I got scared.
It was July 21st, I think.
No way. It wasn't
July 21st because that was Oppenheimer and
All right,
Barbie.
bro.
Barbenheimer.
That is 2 months.
Yeah.
No, that's bad. That's horrible. How much? Again, how long?
See when it's
should we
going
look up
on,
when
it's
Infinity War and
actually
Endgame
going.
how long they were in the theaters? The one because they made $1 billion, right?
Hold up. Let me just see when it's going on. Digital.
It's September.
The actual was it?
Yeah, it's September. It's like the first or second week of September.
Yeah, September 12th.
Bro, the second week. It's not. That's horrible.
That's soon. Yeah.
No, like that's
you said Infinity War.
Yeah, or Endgame. Either or. They both were 18. Yeah, that is not that long ago. 5 years ago. I just think it's crazy that they only do it so that they think because all right, the companies that are doing it, they're like, we're trying to make more money so we can do that and have because some of these movies will still be in theaters while it's on digital.
Nah, sure.
Like Barbie might still be in theaters, but it's just like people are not going to choose to do that. What are y'all doing? Y'all are giving out too many options. We don't need 1 billion options.
July 31st.
That's
when it went, but I got to see when the actual movie came out.
Right. Okay. Yeah, man. I don't know. We would also love to what y'all think about this topic.
April.
It's interesting right now. April?
Yeah.
And it went on in Blu-ray and stuff. You said August?
Yeah.
April, May, June, July, August. At least that's 4 months. And I know that was still probably in theaters when it went digital. At least for a couple weeks, you know?
For sure.
4 months is a great amount of time. If that movie is working like that, it's pushing and it's moving. Infinity War was selling everything out. So is Barbie. Barbie just beat Mario. Y'all know how many people saw Mario?
True. Yeah.
So if Barbie's just got made more money than that, it's no way y'all should be allowing it to go in theaters in a month and a half or less. That's crazy.
Yeah.
You know?
But I feel like I don't know, man. It's a sign of the times, I guess. You know what I mean? Just how things are going, especially with these streaming services.
Well, look at why everybody going through stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's like the writer's strike is going on, and nobody happy. There's a lot of stuff going on, and that we talk about it all the time. Streaming, a lot of stuff is like too much. Y'all doing too much.
Yeah.
Tone everything back. If we tone it all back, I bet we'll all be just a little bit happier. I think it's true, but it's nothing to do. It's not like they gonna listen to me.
Yeah,
Bob gonna listen to me?
No, he's not listening to nobody.
He listening to me.
But yeah, we can move on.
You killed that. No, sorry. Sorry. Sorry, Bob. We'll still work for you.
I mean, what's the next movie we talking about next?
Sorry. I'm just saying, man. I still want. I work with Disney. How was you, man?
Okay.
Gran Turismo.
So today I took advantage of National Cinema Day.
Yeah, I'm sick of
and I got to check out Gran Turismo, and all right. So this is a movie that I know we've seen in the trailer in theaters a few times, and the first time I seen the trailer, I'm like, all right, this looked pretty interesting. It's based on a true story.
Definitely looked better than what we thought a Gran Turismo movie was gonna.
Exactly, because when they first announced Gran Turismo movie, I'm like, all right, I know Gran Turismo as a game. It's like a Formula One type race car driving game. I'm like, what kind of story are you gonna make from that? Then I'm finding out about like, hold on, let me get my guy's name right. I need to make sure we say the right things.
And you said he was great. Everyone I've heard, even including you, said he killed.
Yeah. Too. So the story is based on this guy named Jan Mardenborough, and this is a real life person who entered a contest for Gran Turismo. He's an avid Gran Turismo player, one of the best, obviously, in his country. He's from Wales in the UK, and he is able to actually become a race car driver. Gets trained by Gran Turismo and Nissan, and becomes a real race car driver. And it's basically his film is just about his journey through that, because like
that's a journey.
That's a crazy
what
concept in itself.
Imagine me playing 2K
And
out
then,
of nowhere,
yo,
they're like,
if you're
hey,
the
yo,
best player in 2K, you can possibly play for the NBA.
What?
It's like, what?
That and like, but your body's gonna have to change, just like this. Your body gonna have to change. Your mental going like that's a lot.
Yeah,
of
that's
the
one thing I do
process.
want to talk about as well, because like one thing this movie did well was it illustrated the toll of that kind of driving on the human body, you know, because like again, like it's one can't they
That's
kept
dope
making
that they
this
did that.
they kept making that joke like, yo, I know this is different than you just sitting in your room and pressing buttons on a controller looking at a computer screen, you know what I mean? Like they literally they had to go train, because like the G forces in the car is affecting your body. They were saying, I think
Is
David
it a
Harbour.
vibration?
Yeah, bro, it's just the force. You're going so fast. You know what I mean? Like they're going fast in these cars. You feel me?
Yeah.
David Harbour, who was also in the movie, incredible performance. It might be one of the best things I've seen him do as
Wow,
far
that's
as
great.
like
I love him.
the
I
way
think
he's
he's so
given
good.
to the role. You know,
Yeah, he's a bit underrated. I won't lie.
Super underrated.
A bit underrated.
Super underrated. But I want to say one of the things he said in the film was just the G-force impact of you driving in this car is like an astronaut in space.
Yeah, that makes sense. The pressure.
You know what I mean? The pressure
right? Okay.
in the cockpit. You know what I mean?
makes
You can
sense.
tell like
It's tight in there too.
You're looking
yeah.
at our guy. I gotta shout the guy Archie Madekwe.
We don't.
Madekwe?
Sorry, we mess up.
But
the
Archie,
name.
he plays the main
Archie,
character,
yes.
the Yan, in the movie, and you can see him driving the car. He's sweating. He's
Like going through
he's
it. Yeah.
like getting pushed back in the car and stuff like that. It's crazy. So you just be able to see that illustrated in a film is dope. The driving sequences were really well done to me. It reminded me of like old Fast and Furious, like when they actually race cars.
Are you dissing Ben?
Yeah.
Oh my god!
Yeah, when they actually race cars. This had me even thinking like, man, I would love a Fast and the Furious reboot, or somehow like because you know they got his son in the films now.
Yeah.
If they were able to start it all from the beginning in a sense, so the son's not going to be driving banks when he's a little bit older, but he will probably be driving cars and doing street races. I would love to see it get back to that. And this gave me it's let me. I'm seeing the possibilities of what that could look like visually, the special effects and just the mechanics of them driving. It got real creative,
Right.
But even
with the
with
way it was shot, you're saying the direction.
yeah, and then how they integrated the game stuff. So like,
the video game stuff.
yeah,
Oh,
like
sick.
so there's a part in the movie when he's racing, he's driving away, he's running away from the cops, right?
Okay.
Him and his brothers in the car running away from the cops. Stuff pops up on the screen like, oh, new mission. Goal accomplished, like little things that pop up like a video game. You know what I mean?
They
like,
don't obviously see that, right?
They don't see it, but it's
direction wise.
Direction wise, it looks really
I love
cool.
that.
Even
that's super
even later
sick.
in the film, when he's actually doing big races, real professional races, they'll stop like the screen, like they'll be driving and it'll just stop and it'll show you where he's at in the race, like his his standings, like he's number 5,
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
5th, and he's in 5th place, or he's in 4th place. But the way
That's
they illustrate
sick,
it, you'll hear
yeah.
video game noises and stuff like that. It definitely was product placement for Sony PlayStation, but it actually was integrated.
Sound
really well.
dope, yeah. Right. It sounded like they did it well. Like I like both of those examples sound cool. Like I visualize that whole thing and, and it looked sick. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Wow.
But yeah, it was
It's
a fun film. It definitely took a little bit to get going, but once it got going, it was fun. You know what I mean? Real fun film, fun summer film.
And me not seeing it, I remember saying to you when you said it was fun, I was like, that's interesting because even though the movie looks dope and I'm excited to see it, me watching it, I didn't get fun from it.
Well, it's less fun in a haha silly comedic way. It's more fun in an action.
Yeah,
it's
like
action packed a
I get
bit.
it.
Like when we
Right.
get to those scenes of him driving and him preparing, and that's the fun part. Like
got
those
it.
races are really fun. They're
That's
intense
cool.
races.
That's cool.
Like I said, visually they do a lot of cool stuff.
Yeah.
So that's to me that's the
Right.
fun part.
But that's
'Cause it's
lit
like,
though.
yeah.
Like it's a different perspective than I was thinking on it. You know?
Yeah.
So yeah, no,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
excited to.
yeah.
I'm gonna try to see that thing.
Yeah, Gran Turismo, 2023. It's out there.
Shout out David Harbour.
Shout out David Harbour, Archie,
And
Orlando
Bloom
They're
coming
really
back?
cool
Like,
in
what?
that John too.
Where is he? been?
Digimon, our guy. We know
We
it's a
Digimon gang
Digimon
over here. You know what I'm
podcast
talking
here.
about.
Digimon.
Yeah, I remember Beauty Shop.
I mean, I'm tripping. That's not even his
Yes.
name. Jamon, right? Is it? Is
Have we
Jamon?
been saying his name wrong for all this time,
Digimon?
bro? I don't.
We gonna figure it out.
I
No
don't want to
disrespect to you,
offend
but we've
him.
been trying to make it work.
We
But
love
he
you,
did
so
really
it's
well
not
though. The
a
dynamic between him, because he plays his father in the film. Their
so I
dynamic
thought.
was really emotional.
I got that from the trailer. I thought it was gonna get a little.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. His dad seemed like he was on his ass.
It was, but it
Yeah.
was more like. Oh,
In a
man.
good way,
It
though,
was.
right?
It was. It was.
You don't
good
gotta
'cause
give it up.
It was.
It's
It was
okay.
from a caring standpoint.
I
Honestly,
know.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like I want
trying
you
to be
do
a
well.
motivating good father.
Exactly,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
it's
I
the
got
part
all
at the
that.
end of the film when they have like this final conversation, before like one of the big races, and it really he breaks down. It's like, yo, I just wanted to. I should have supported you better.
Oh, the dad.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Stop! I don't want to hear this now.
You know what I mean?
Because I'm about to get emotional, and I didn't see the goddamn movie, and I want to see it. It's okay.
Yeah.
Because I already know what you mean. Because bro, that's when you know a movie is good. I saw the trailer, and I got everything that you were saying. Like I knew exactly that was the way he was motivated. It was the motivation, even though he was on his ass. I got all that from the little clip that I saw of him arguing with him. You know what I mean? So I was like, "Ooh, I know it's gonna feel like."
Because at first of it, I mean, it's like, you know, he's playing a video game. So like, you know, a lot of things come with that. People look at video game players as lazy, and
especially older generation too. Like it's so many things.
Sure. So it was, he had that little chip on his shoulder, like, yo, I'm gonna prove to my family that this is the right decision for me, and this and that, like that.
Bro,
so
it's literally
it was
a
cool.
sports film, and it sounds like you get all the sports film stuff. I mean, it is a sport.
Nah, for
racing,
sure,
you know,
for sure.
But so like that's just how it sounds like. It's just solid, really solid, emotional, which is the good ones. A sports film, honestly, just about racing, but like a true story, which is really sick. And that story is interesting. I never heard that type of story where, like, again, somebody just offering, "Hey, you play this game? Watch this." You know, yeah, that's awesome. Shout out Gran Turismo.
Nah, for sure. One thing I will say, I don't want to just be on here giving all the praise, but it was a tad bit too long. But
how long was it?
It had to be something like 2 something.
Like 2 solid, like 210, or are you saying like 2 over 2?
Let me look it up. Let me look it up real quick.
Yeah,
just to get the accurate.
230 plus to me is too long for like anything, unless if it's like
it wasn't Oppenheimer or something.
Yeah,
like that.
okay.
But hold up.
220 is a little long too, a little. Unless you really need it.
215.
So it's like okay.
Yeah.
It's like a little too. They could have cut up some. They could have trimmed a little bit, maybe
They could've cut
205. 205.
15
You think a whole two, a full 15? 15 minutes goes by quicker.
It does.
I mean,
I'm joking,
actually
but
longer.
Like, you know,
it actually stretches out longer than you probably think.
about
you know what I mean?
it.
Yeah.
But yeah, Gran Turismo, cool joint.
Sick. Man.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Nah, but so nothing else that we've seen. Well, not sure. Actually, it's up to you. You want to go?
Trailers?
Yeah, we'll do that. No, we'll do trailer before we go into Star Wars.
Yeah.
Rebel Moon. Dun, 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 dun. Zack Snyder. It is his, I guess, Netflix debut.
No, because he did
he did
the
something.
zombie movie.
Correct. I'm sorry. The reason I was saying he did all the of the Dead Jones.
Yeah.
The reason I said it that way, even though I was incorrect, is because he's just been hyping this up a certain way.
Yeah.
It's almost like his first sci-fi, you know. Like it's his Star Wars is how he keeps wording it, and speaking on it, and that's why I said debut. But I apologize. I forgot that he did all the Dead Jones. They are good though.
They are. Yeah.
I've seen one of them, but anyway, yeah. He's been talking about this for a while, honestly, since
the Snyder Cut.
The Snyder Cut, like really.
That was kind of like, all right, we pivoting right into Rebel Moon right after Snyder Cut stuff. So yeah,
and honestly, you can see that they go on full fledged. Hey Zach, do whatever you want mode with this. Because did you hear that he's doing a whole director's cut that's R-rated?
No.
Yeah,
but I believe it.
Like the fact that he took the time that he got enough footage and stuff to have a whole R-rated version.
Yeah,
that's also what director's cut. They let him do whatever he wanted.
I'm surprised he didn't just make it R-rated anyway. It's on streaming. It's not like it's going to film. I mean,
they
going
probably
to a
want
movie
more
theater.
people. It's Star Wars vibes. You know, I think they probably want more.
Sure,
people.
But I mean, all right. Let's talk about the trailer because the trailer's out.
Okay.
All right. Do you? Star Wars vibes, yeah, but like it's a lot of other things mixed in there.
It seems darker,
way darker,
yeah.
But
my thing is, again, when you go PG-13, a teenager technically is allowed to still watch that. You know what I mean?
True.
Like, and I get what you're saying.
I'm trying to see what the
Netflix,
actual rating is on it, because like I'm gonna keep it being with you. I never look at the rating on a streaming show or a movie.
Neither do I know.
Like it's kind of just if I just expect it to be whatever it's gonna be,
whatever it's gonna
like
be.
If they go crazy, if they take it there.
Well, that's also because
they take it there.
Not even sound funny. Like that's just because we're not kids, though. You know,
also
like we just watch stuff. So whatever, if it's a kid show, it's a kid show. If it's an adult show, whatever it is, it's a little different with that. Let's say if I'm 15, though, you know what I mean, or like not 15.
I'm about to say you 15, you watching whatever.
You watching whatever you want. I'm saying like a 10-year-old.
Yeah, okay.
Like a 10-year-old maybe is allowed to watch Rebel Moon if it's rated PG-13,
right?
Or is it rated like TVMA stuff?
I don't even know. Like I'm saying, bro, I'm trying to find a rating, like an actual.
Go on IMDb real quick.
Actually, I got it even said. Does it tell you on IMDb?
Yeah, it should. Yep, it should say it at the top. I'm going there. Don't you worry about it. No, it just doesn't have it. It's because it's supposed to be right there.
Gotcha.
So maybe they don't have it yet.
Okay.
You know?
I'm thinking maybe streaming movies don't, though. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe because like you said, I don't. It's not like I look
keep
for
talking
that.
about the trailer, and I'm gonna actually just look up a TV movie. And see if it works,
So yeah, this trailer. I don't know if everybody knows this, but apparently this film was his pitch to Lucasfilm for a Star Wars film.
I already got it that quick. Yeah, they do rate them, so maybe it's just too new.
Okay.
Yeah,
it is. Still.
You People was rated R, but that makes sense to cursing.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Well, maybe we'll see when it gets closer to the film coming out.
Exactly.
But like I was saying, like this idea, his Rebel Moon idea, apparently is something that he's been sitting with for a very long time. It was something that he pitched to Lucasfilm that they turned down actually on multiple occasions.
That is crazy.
When I heard multiple occasions, I'm like, damn, that's crazy. Like it's kind of Zack Snyder trying to do something and you turn it down twice.
Yeah. My theory on that was just probably money, I think.
True. But I mean,
they asked him a lot.
That was crazy money on Star Wars.
You ain't never lied, but you remember the money he was asking Warner Brother, and that's why they canceled all his stuff. Like a part of that was because he kept asking for a lot of bread, and they were like, bro, they don't even do that crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like that was a part of the convo. So
I wonder what his bread goes to though, because I mean he's a really crafty director. Like he's literally like remember the Snyder Cut, he shot stuff in his backyard.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
And then it looked amazing.
Like he is a director. Bro.
Nah, for real.
He gets nitty and gritty. No, I'm with you there. But I guess when you go Star Wars, bro, look at the quality of the trailer, like quality of the sci-fi aspects, the visual effects were fire. Like it looked clean. So maybe it's all of that stuff. He does have a lot of, when you look into the trailer, there's a lot of stuff that could have cost some money.
A lot of bread.
You know what I mean?
I mean, because he was pushing the limits.
Pushing,
we seen a lot of different things in this trailer. I'm gonna go down the cast a little bit because it's a lot of cool people in this film.
There's a lot with this trailer. That's why Anthony Hopkins narrating it the whole time is insane to me.
Yeah, and he's playing an android robot.
He's the android.
Yes,
bro? I'm about to lose my mind. It looked good.
Yeah, we got she's leading Sophia Boutella. She's the lead of the film for the most part. They said it's ensemble-esque, but like she's the main person on there. You know what I mean? We got Charlie Hunnam from Sons of Anarchy on that joint.
He's fire.
Obviously Anthony Hopkins. We got our guy Jaimon Hansu. He's in everything right now. Right?
What you mean right now? He's in everything that ever existed.
Yeah.
That's why y'all need to pay that man.
Nah, facts. Ray Fisher.
That's dope that Zack Snyder
kept him around.
Yeah. Because, bro, I haven't seen Ray Fisher. He might be in stuff. No disrespect to him, but I haven't seen him. So the fact that the only times I've seen him is Zack Snyder stuff, that's pretty cool.
Nah, for sure. Yeah, this is a cool cast.
It's an interesting cast, I'll say.
It is very interesting.
It's cool. Like, it's good. Everyone that is there I have seen before is actually very quality. Even with someone else. Can you go back for me real quick? There is a man. Who is that? The Michael Under Corey something? What's his name?
Okay, he looks mad familiar.
He's either in... Yeah, can you go up real quick? Because I know we're going to say something real quick. That he's
in Game of Thrones. Oh, he was Dario.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. That was why I know him.
All right, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And he looks like... I think that's why recently I saw his audition clip, actually, randomly, for Game of Thrones.
Oh, wow.
But, yeah, so, like, everyone in there is, like, I've seen you before, and you've been solid where you were.
Ed Screen.
Besides Anthony Hopkins.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, it's Anthony Hopkins.
And I don't want to say
I think it's Jaimon.
Jaimon. But everyone else is like, oh, you dope. I seen you. Okay, let's see. So to me, it was like Zach, because you know he's getting sequels and stuff. So I'm like, Zach.
This is a part one. So like this one that's coming out in December, it is part one, and I think part two comes out in April.
Isn't there supposed to be? Didn't he plan for more than that now? Even if they
these
said
are only
no,
two that they're
no.
These are only two that they're. Because I think these are done.
But they can easily like
they can easily go back and depending on how that story ends.
So I'm gonna say potentially there's more than that. But for now,
he did announce a video game as well.
That's crazy.
Yeah, because the trailer was premiered at Gamescom, and he was there to talk about the video game. The video game is gonna come out after the two movies, and it's gonna be set after the two movies, but it's also gonna continue the lore of this world that he's creating. So he's not playing no games.
My man is literally just creating Star Wars right now.
Yeah.
And to be honest, kind of mixed with Dune a bit, with the way, the darkness of it, like the tone of it, gives me more Dune than Star Wars.
Yeah.
To be honest, because it's so dark. Like, look visually, it's dark in some of these scenes.
Yeah.
Only the lights of like the fire is lighting it, or the sci-fi stuff is lighting the lights. Like everything else is pretty.
Yeah,
a little scary. I'm like, where are we going with this?
Yeah.
And
I agree with the Dune stuff right there.
Yeah,
Which is crazy because it's like one big recycle.
It is.
Because
it is.
Star Wars took from Dune, and now we got new Dune, and that has a specific aesthetic.
Yes,
and now
it
you got
too.
this that's taken from both, I assume.
Yeah.
That's got
Like,
its
why
own
does space
aesthetic.
always got sand? Is that true? Do we know that? Is that why?
I don't know.
Y'all people been to
Maybe.
space and they tell us there's sand everywhere?
Maybe.
Because every time you see a movie is Dune, they talk about the sand,
The spice. And
the
they
spice.
sniffing the spice.
All right, man. He crazy. He's trying to get us
But
in
it's some
trouble.
wild stuff. It's like spider people, bro. And then it's like,
Not spider people. Who are you calling? Now you might need to go back for me. Who are you calling spider people?
let me find out.
Why did he say spider people?
You ain't see her jump up with,
Yeah, but-
with 8 legs?
No, that is the 8-legged person.
She's coming. That
Okay, there's a spider person. He was correct.
they got lightsabers.
That the way
like,
that they were using lightsaber with that little like delay effect on it,
Yeah,
I was
yeah,
like,
yeah,
ew,
yeah.
this is.
That might be kind of better than what they've been doing with Star Wars.
I don't want
lately,
to talk about it, but that's my
to
whole.
be honest.
They just keep it to the original with Star Wars. So I
But
respect
that's not
it.
even that though.
It's not. Didn't it used to be like with the light kind of? It's light, isn't it? The concept of it, it's made out of light,
Yeah.
or what is it made out of?
I see. You
In
know
the
what?
lore.
I don't even want to say that because like I'm not Star Wars guy. Like I am, but I'm not. So like
Right.
I don't want to. I don't
too.
want I don't want to grind me up. But
I just thought it was
as of
supposed to be
lately,
made
that
of
looks
light.
better than what the Star Wars lightsabers been
get
looking
that.
like.
It just looks a little
as
cool.
of lately.
Yeah.
Looks
But
pretty cool.
hey man, Zen, I'm gonna say you gonna say what you said though.
What did I say?
You said one thing, and all right, I'll say it for him.
Okay.
But he did say this. I agree though, so that's cool. He didn't even say anything bad. He was just like, this looks visually fire. There's nothing to debate.
Yeah.
But
the story is this is what it is. The story I'm trying to I need to know a little bit more about.
I just need to know anything about it. I'm not even trying to be mean. Like, I don't really get what the story is at all from seeing the trailer. By the way, some trailers don't really care to give you the story. Shit, excuse me. When we get to Marvel stuff, right? Like, we just expect to. We gonna know when we see the movie, so we don't care about the story, but they'll still give you some story.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
This was straight up just like a compilation of the most fire shots of this movie.
Yeah, and you know
just-
that's what Zack Snyder
right.
does. Like
while
he-
Anthony
he-
Hopkins is talking though,
Yeah,
like he was
yeah.
giving us probably backstory.
Yeah,
but
I
we
mean,
don't know what
they
it
gave
is.
us a little. I mean, we know, but and then again, like it's about this woman who was a princess and she's lost and he's trying to. That's what I got from it. But like even that is like that's extremely vague. That's mad. Like that could be Princess
super
Leia.
vague. No, seriously. Thank you. Yeah, that was all.
Like
Super
you
vague.
feel me? Like
You didn't get anything. Yeah. So that's my only thing. I'm just a little worried that it's so visually insane that the story not going to be crazy. But also, I like this. A question. Do you like the story of Justice League? The Snyder cut or the regular one? The story, like the writing
it's cool.
of the plot.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Especially the final cut. Like his
Right.
his actual
His
vision
version, right?
was cool. Yes.
So with
Because the
that,
story got a little twisted.
I
with
agree.
other people,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
like
it did.
we can even say something that he did finish, like Batman vs Superman. That,
Here we go.
That director's cut was awesome.
That director's cut specifically was awesome. Because when they get to the Martha stuff, I don't.
Why did you say that name?
Don't do that, please. 'Cause that was.
Why
pretty
did you
good.
say that name?
That was pretty good. You're like DMX Batman. You're like
Hey, yo.
Dog Man. Not hey, yeah. Oh, this is too much for me. No, but you know what I mean. Like,
Hey, yo, Martha.
It's too much. Man. My stomach hurt. I can't. Anyway, but you know what I mean. I brought that up for you. Get why I brought it up. It was like when I think of his actual writing. Batman vs Superman story again. You actually seen the director.
That's just me liking that. Everybody didn't like that.
The director's cut. They didn't.
Well, I mean, just that that movie. I know people.
Oh, I know
didn't
the
like
movie.
Batman. And
That's why I said the director's cut because it's probably. I'm assuming
director's
they
cut
gave
was
more,
good,
right? Yeah, right.
director's cut was good.
So you never know. We're gonna see because this is straight up his. But
His
again,
vision,
he did,
and they
but
kind of
he-
letting him go
But
crazy.
he
on
did
this.
say he's making his own R-rated.
He
director's
probably had to
cut.
cut things out and cut things time out for content, but I don't think he might have cut story out. You feel what I'm saying? Like for him, it probably was like because he didn't have to compromise his
slicing, maybe
to compromise his vision. You know what I mean? Like he probably didn't have to compromise his actual
get
vision
that
because
now.
it wasn't no WB or breathing down his neck like yo, we don't want that. We got to sell toys. Da, 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 da.
You talking all right?
You know what I mean?
right,
Like this
right,
is just
right.
me getting my artful dodger, artful director stuff
True.
off. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because I wonder who came up with the video game idea because Netflix is doing video games now. So I wonder if that was like, yo, you should do this and partner with this too, or he was straight up like, nah, I got.
He might
this
have just wanted
vision.
a world build.
I'm assuming it was just like it was his vision. Yeah, but that'd be dope. Either way, it's just like, yeah, it just seems like we're about to get a lot with Rebel Moon.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what this is going to be.
Yeah,
This is one of the ones I was anticipated about this year, and I'm glad this is not one that's going to be affected by any pushbacks or something like
again,
that.
Netflix.
Yeah, exactly. So we're going to be able to enjoy this in December. We're definitely going to do some type of review for it as well. So
yeah, big time.
Yeah.
And especially because I'm sad last time when it was a big Netflix drop with Stranger Things, and we missed out low key. We were too late.
Yeah.
That joint was hitting when that first hit. Remember, we was talking crazy about it on the phone, and we were like, "Oh my god, we didn't pod." It's okay. We got y'all for this one though. We got y'all.
For sure.
But yeah, man, I'm excited for that. I am excited for that.
Nah, definitely.
But more intrigued than excited, I'd say. I'm like, where are we going with this? You know?
Definitely.
Hey man, the next one. You know the next one.
Ahsoka.
Yes, sir. Back in the Star Wars land.
Time from
Star
Wars-esque to Star Wars.
War stars to Star Wars. Oh, bar me. I don't even think that made sense, but bar me up, Captain. But yeah, man, I'm gonna let you rock. This is a little more your world than mine.
Nah, for sure.
I'm very excited and about to talk about this.
Nah, so definitely. So Ahsoka, we've got the first 2 episodes at the time of this releasing. First episode was 30-hour long.
Yeah. Oh, right. By the way, right. Oh, you just said that. It's only 2, so don't be mad at us if we didn't get the third episode yet. That was all. Yeah.
But no, it was dope, man. This is something I've been anticipating for a minute. As a fan of Ahsoka's character from Clone Wars, and then this year was the year I got to go back and watch Rebels, so I got to get attached.
You did watch it?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know. I forgot that you actually got to watch, and you finished it too.
Which one, Rebels?
Rebels.
Oh yeah.
Oh snap.
Oh yeah.
Oh, so you was writing for this,
no,
John.
for sure.
Oh
no,
wow,
sick. And this low
we've
key,
just such different perspectives. This is cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this low key was like Rebels season 5.
Don't even say low key. It's literally Rebels season 5 called Ahsoka. Because bro, you see,
perspective, like,
I don't even want to mess what you
what you
about to say first.
Yeah.
Bro, how much screen time she get compared to them? They might get, everyone else gets as much screen time as I feel like I seen Sabine as much as I saw
Ahsoka.
For sure. Or Hu Yang.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like there's characters you see just as much as her. So I don't know. It's definitely Rebels for season 5.
Nah,
you know?
for sure. It was dope to me, man. I'm a Dave Filoni fan, big Dave Filoni fan. I feel like he's the genius over there at Lucasfilms that they're not really utilizing like they should. But like, this is his baby. Obviously, he created the character Ahsoka with George Lucas, and so he's able to.
I was about to say he Lucas Jr. Lucas.
He is. He definitely is.
You know,
he definitely is. So this is his first foray and spearheading this show into live action.
This guy with
these characters, these characters he's created with Rebels, and he's bringing them over to live action. It's just amazing to see.
Yep.
I know a lot of people had they gripes on it being a bit slow. But I enjoyed all of it though, personally.
Did they feel that way with just the first episode, or like I don't know if you got into specifics with what people said?
I think it probably was the first one, because to me that was the only one I picked up on. Like, I get that you could maybe feel that way.
I'm not even. Yeah. Well, I guess I'll go.
No, go ahead.
The different perspectives will help that conversation a bit. So for me, I love Star Wars stuff. I think it's so awesome. But again, I didn't grow up like Star Wars heavy or someone putting me on to Star Wars. You know, my dad told me it was Star Wars, but it's not like we were sitting there like, hey, this is da-da-da-da, like with Marvel. You know what I mean? So I kind of had to make. I'm like on my own Star Wars journey, if you think about it that way, right? So for me, I didn't see Rebel. Hey man, hey yo, spitting today. The bar is up. That's so funny. Sorry, I'm trying not to laugh too. I know it's so funny to me. Okay,
Cesar Skywalker.
Then I pull out the germ. Deep fake me now. Deep fake me.
Oh my god.
Oh, sorry. Now you know this app, but you know you got to do that. Who you gonna be? You gonna be Ahsoka?
I don't know, man.
You should be Ahsoka.
We're gonna figure it out.
You should be Ahsoka. Oh, I would lose my mind.
It's crazy.
Oh my god, that'd be so funny.
Zensoka.
Anyway. Or just Zoka. Azoka. Oh, it's pretty close. AZ. It just puts the S with the Z.
Oh my god.
Y'all gotta call the police. There's too much going on. What was I saying?
You so much your journey with Star Wars.
My personal Star Wars galaxy, right? So anyway, yeah, you had me crying though. That was funny. Okay, I didn't personally watch Rebels Clone Wars. Before I watched Ahsoka, ZENN, thankfully though, sent me, and I want to shout them out. It was Screen Crush.
Screen Rant.
Yeah, because it was a great one. Screen Rant.
I always get those confused. Let me get my guy name because
it was my man's with the dog.
Ryan
I love him.
Yeah,
Ryan.
Yeah.
And he got like that fake beef or maybe real beef. Like no,
shut up,
heavy
Ryan.
spoilers. I love their beef. It's so lit. But yeah, anyway, while he looks it up, because we just want to get people's names right.
Nah, for sure. Screen Crush. Screen
Crush. I thought it was cool. But yeah, I love their setup. Shout out Screen Crush. But anyway, yeah, amazing review
And recap.
That's right. Not even review. Really recap, not review. It's a recap. Sorry, I get those words confused sometimes. Anyway, it was 30 minutes of a recap for the whole thing. So he's going. When he's going, he's going. So it's not like I got every single detail as best as like I could, unless if I watched it twice. You know, because he's going as fast as he possibly can to get. It said hour and 29. It said 129 hours and 30 minutes. You know how much that is, yo?
Yeah.
Like, so.
You just probably hit all the bullet points.
Yeah. No. He actually did. I'm not even gonna lie. Maybe you should watch it since you've seen both shows.
I seen it.
I felt, it was bullet points then? Like
no, it was a lot of the big moments.
I was about to say, he was like, I felt like he was going, but again, that's a lot of time. That's why.
No,
so anyway, great recap. So it made me feel, again, I'll give the whole perspective, I guess, and try to do it quickly because I know I'm rambling a little bit. When ZENN first tried to show me the Ahsoka show, we tried to watch it together. I had my son with me. Shout out Coda gang. Coda gang. But no, I had my son. He's 2, so he was going crazy. So I couldn't really pay attention. So with that, it did feel a little slow at parts. And then when Sabine pops up, I'm like, I don't know what's happening. I just saw her on a motorcycle out of nowhere. I didn't even see that she was leaving the ceremony. Yeah. So I'm just like, I don't get what's happening. You know what I mean? For most of the parts. When I rewatched it, it was after I watched the recap. So once getting all of that, that's why I keep saying it is Rebels season 5. It's like, bro, no. Imagine me trying to watch that show and I didn't watch that recap.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
I just have to, not forcibly as if it's not entertaining.
Like, you kind of have to have like
a little bit
either Clone Wars knowledge or Rebels knowledge to understand.
Yeah, a Mandalorian ain't enough at all.
Yeah,
at all. It's just giving
like
you
I've seen people say that they weren't lost, but just from me sitting next to somebody who didn't know and I know, I'm watching things like,
you don't know this and this.
I'm trying to like, yo, bro, that is that, and this is that, and that means this, and they're tripping off because this happened in that show. Bro, you know what I mean? Like, it's a lot of little things.
It literally is an entire different show. That's why I'm trying to get all that out. Like, it's an entire different show if you haven't seen that stuff. Or if you haven't recapped it. You don't know any knowledge on it. Bro, because I'm telling you, I'm watching it the first time. The only person I know is Ahsoka. And I only know her from what? Mandalorian twice, maybe?
Yeah.
Maybe 3 episodes we've seen
her.
And
the Boba Fett episode.
So that's what I was including. I'm sorry. So 3 times I've seen her. That's it. So for me, I'm just like, I don't know. Y'all just throwing me in this thing.
Bro, they keep mentioning Ezra. I'm like, you don't even know who Ezra is. Like,
bro.
And it's like, it's an attachment that people who are Rebels fans have with Ezra.
Exactly.
If you don't have that attachment, it's like, who is Ezra?
Bro,
Why
and after
do they care about Ezra?
And after the recap, I was like, oh, okay. I get it now. You know what I mean? Like, he Bobo, super get it. Bro, thank you for saying the Ezra part. All of Sabine's scenes when she's by herself, besides the one where she opens the map. Any other scene, she goes back home twice, and she's just thinking about Ezra the whole time. The one time she's watching the John, and the other time she's just like kind of by herself chilling. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Bro, both scenes, imagine I didn't see the recap. I would be bored. No, seriously, because she's just walking around and I'm not connected to the emotion. You know what I mean? I don't know why she's obsessed with Ezra. So, like, man, please go watch a recap if y'all ain't see Ahsoka first. But with watching the recap, man, I feel like it just made me like a Rebel fan without watching Rebel. Like, I'm so gang with this show now. Like, I'm like, every scene, once I got to really watch it by myself in my own little time, I was like, oh, wow, this is amazing. Okay. Like, I was like, okay, I'm here. To the point where I finished the first one and it was late after work. It was like 1 a.m. I was like, God damn, I'm gonna do it though. I gotta keep going. It is what it is. I'm transported to another room because I was watching it on my phone.
Right.
But nah, man, I thought it was so good. I thought everyone's portrayal, I've heard is pretty good. Besides, you said some people are iffy with Ahsoka.
Yeah.
But I heard some people like Sabine and Hera, right?
Yeah. Shout out to what's her name? I'm gonna get it right.
She's an underrated actress anyway.
Mary Elizabeth Winstead, who also is the wife of Obi-Wan Kenobi's Ewan McGregor. She plays Hera in this joint, and she definitely does.
She's
a
also
great
amazing
job.
in everything, bro. She
yeah.
killed
Ramona Flowers and Scott Pilgrim.
And you go into her classic Johns, bro. She's sturdy in the Birds
of Prey.
Birds of Prey. Yeah, man. She got rom-com. She's good. She's really good. But nah, she was dope in here. Do you have a favorite character in this so far?
Obviously, I like Ahsoka. I mean, I like everybody, man. It was dope to see them in his form, like especially my guy Chopper. Chopper is crazy.
Yeah, that's dope.
I don't even know if you know about Chopper for real. I know you've seen a recap,
right?
But I'm letting you know right now. I don't
have a connection.
Chopper is a nut.
What you mean?
He's a nut.
Like he really crazy.
He's crazy. Like you know how they talking to the droids, be like, yo, telling them what to do. Like he don't be following directions.
No way. Always.
He's actually
a stupid droid.
No. He actually has unalived a lot of people. Like, he actually might have the highest body count.
You lying.
In Star Wars, maybe?
Wait, you're not being.
He's
you're
blowing
not
up
joking?
ships and stuff. Yes, he's
In
crazy.
all of Star Wars.
He's up there.
He's top 3 to 5.
It's top 3 to 5. Chopper.
I see why they call you Chopper.
He's Chopper's crazy, man.
Boom, boom, boom.
Chopper's crazy,
Bro. I already
connected.
connected to. It's easy.
He's my favorite droid.
It's
He's
easy
the
to
best
connect to
droid in Star
droids, and yeah, he's your favorite droid in Star Wars.
because he is crazy. He is crazy, bro.
I can't say what I want to say. It's the black droid. I was gonna say a different word, but PC. But that's awesome though. I didn't know any of that. I get the vibe though. Not you say that, I'm gonna have a different perspective. Watch because the one scene that he had in there, and they're like Chopper, and he's like, yeah. Like,
Bro, did you keep the conversations? Because she was
Yeah.
like, he's like, did you go on my stuff? She's like, no, I didn't go on your stuff. Like,
Oh right. Like, why are you talking? Bro, he a black man. Chopper. First off, why they call you Chopper? They need Waka Flocka the voice.
and Elite Chopper.
Or NLE Chopper. They need either.
R2D2 Chopper.
Gotta stop. I'm gonna start screaming in here. Okay, but yeah, man, we barely even talked about what goes on in the show. I don't think we need to. Y'all seen it?
Yeah, y'all seen it.
If
And
not,
we'll
go
be
watch
talking
it,
about
right?
it as the show goes on as
Yeah.
well. Make sure to also check out Agents of Fandom podcast because
Please.
they're giving you recaps and breakdowns and
Yes.
all that for Ahsoka.
And I
as
know
we
that's their
go on.
world too, a little more than
Of course,
us too.
of course. Yeah. So shout out to the
Definitely go
gang
shout
with
out to
that.
them.
Make sure to check that out on all.
Yeah. Man, I think I should shut up because I could keep talking about it. I
Yeah.
really enjoyed myself. Like, again, I needed to have that perspective though, because if I didn't know that stuff, bro, I'm telling you, the show, I could see someone being like, this show's boring, even if with the fighting and everything. If I don't have connections to them, it's a lot of slowness. Like, how long do you think that is? I remember at one point, because remember, I saw it twice, right?
The mat.
Bro,
Yeah.
come on, man, get the damn mat. Because I'm not even trying to be funny. When I watched it again, I already saw it. So I sped it up, and I had to keep skipping.
Yeah.
Like, I had to
And she
keep
still-
going, and she's still looking for the robot. I'm like, bro,
And she like
get
hugs
outside.
and she hugs the thing.
Bro, I'm skimming through it, right? And, show you screenshots, like, while you skim through. I'm seeing, like, the statue drawing.
Yeah.
I'm like, why did I see the statue 4 times before I seen this? Bro, move this along. Anyway, and then she fight him, and it's still, like, silent. So I could see somebody being, like, this is a little draggy,
Yeah. One thing I want to say before we move on to the next conversation, I've seen a lot of people saying how, oh wow, Ahsoka's gonna save Star Wars. Ahsoka's gonna save Lucasfilm, and I'm like, yeah. I don't know if you're privy to the Star Wars community. A lot of people aren't happy of the state of Star Wars currently.
I stay out of there. I'm black.
Okay.
Yeah, that's how I'm coming with that one.
People aren't happy with the state of Lucasfilm and Star Wars currently, and they're looking to this Ahsoka show because Dave Filoni created it to be the savior of this thing that they love so much, right? And one thing people asked me as well online, and I was my response was just like, yo, I don't think that's fair.
It's not
to put that on this
Ahsoka.
show.
It's kind of crazy
that you wanted to save the whole
that
thing.
pressure. Like, my God,
because for one, it wasn't one thing that killed.
Come on,
it wasn't one thing that hurt the brand.
Oh, I need to sit.
Because to be honest, because I agree with it to an extent. The brand is hurt a bit. I get it.
No. That part, I think we all agreed that needs to be some fixing. I think that is agreed upon.
You need somebody with the vision, and I definitely think that's Dave Filoni. But that's besides the point.
But when you go to the actual problems, y'all tripping. Like,
because I'm like, yo, that's a little unfair to put that on this one show to save a whole brand. That it wasn't one thing that hurt the brand. It was a culmination of things that hurt the brand. That's like saying like one win in a game, that's
ruins the season.
Exactly. And
like,
you can't, and that's not it.
Star Wars been going on before most of us was even here. The ones watching the show, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like,
so you can't. I feel like that's unfair to put that on the show to save a brand. And also, like I'm aware of the discourse in the Star Wars community, and I know
you stay in there.
I know what they don't like, and I know it's a lot of things coming. That's not Ahsoka that they don't like. So it's like, you can't say this thing saves the show, and we about to get like 2 other shows that y'all already don't like. Did it really save the brand if that's what y'all saying? You know what I mean?
You talking right now, because this just sound like to me that y'all are a very picky and choosy culture.
It's picky choosy bunch.
And by the way, we over at Marvel Gang, and they getting a little nasty for my taste too. So I get it where y'all are coming from. Everyone's upset with stuff, but it's like, bro, again, how are you going to put pressure on this and then in the next one that you didn't even see a trailer for? You didn't even see a trailer nor barely know what the actual plot, besides the premise, like not the description of what the whole show could be about, the actual plot, what's going to happen from point A to point Z, right? Y'all don't know that stuff, and y'all already hate it for several different reasons, and some of them are why I stay out of that.
Yeah,
but
we're not gonna get into that.
We don't need to.
It's just
Ewan
the fact
McGregor
that,
did enough for me.
That we can't Ahsoka can't save Star Wars,
No.
in my opinion, bro.
That's a wild take.
Ahsoka can be great and be amazing, but like it's a lot more fixing that needs to be done to the brand itself to quote unquote save Star Wars.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So I think that is what it is with that.
Yep.
So be fair, be kind with this show. This is Dave Filoni's
That's like somebody saying
child,
Deadpool
you know what I mean?
3 is going to save Marvel. And it's funny because guess what they do every movie that they want to see? Say it's going to save it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So y'all getting a little too.
One thing can't save the whole brand. You feel me?
Never.
In my opinion.
You need several wins, bro, like a season. You need several wins. You're going to have a lot of losses. So you're going to need several wins. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just being consistent.
Nah, for sure.
But anyway, look at us talking like we coaching.
That's facts.
Properties.
Yeah.
Anyway.
What's next?
We love Ahsoka, though. I think it's our last one, Brody. Hold up. Oh, yeah. This should be fun.
Okay.
All right.
What we doing?
I'm going to lead this one because we're kind of mixing stuff. It's like three things. So I'm going to go to the one tweet first.
Okay.
This was, Zen wanted to speak about this because we've spoken about it before in the pod.
If you haven't,
with Rico, right?
Yes. That was our
Shout out Rico the
She-Hulk
artist.
finale review,
Yes.
as well as our Secret Wars speculation episode. So shout out to Rico.
I remember we only made that a part Secret Wars one because we got so deep into Secret Wars because of She-Hulk that we just had to.
Yeah, we just had to keep going.
But that was lit.
We
So
had to
definitely
keep
check
going.
that out. That was lit. Like once we did it, we were like, yeah, we needed that.
Yeah.
It was sick.
Yeah.
But anyway, I was mad at they asses on that joint because I do not like this concept. So we go get into it right now. But we'll talk about it. Anyway, the tweet first says, it's from someone, I guess shout out to them, Caleb Williams, on Twitter, that says, still while the current rumor could, in all caps, be that hashtag, why am I saying hashtag? Avengers King Dynasty, I'm just reading it, sorry guys. It could be that Avengers King Dynasty is about the new Avengers like Shang-Chi and Miss Marvel, while Avengers Secret Wars could be the MCU legacy, in all caps. I say that so you guys see what they mean. Multiverse characters come together to save MCU to reestablish the sacred timeline once again. Now, one of the leakers I get, that's how we
leaker scoopers, whoever.
Scoopers, right? I don't want to offend nobody, because we do love y'all. We appreciate the rumors. But yeah, they quoted this tweet. Can we get some toast? Shout out, can we get some toast? And said the writings on the wall had. I keep saying this goddamn hashtag. Avengers Secret Wars is very likely to be setting up a soft reboot to the entire MCU, kind of like what the Flash did for the DCU,
which it didn't do. Okay,
hilarious.
That's just a funny thing, but whatever. I understand what you mean. So keep going.
I almost was lucky that you just said what you did. You saved it. I was about to grind that point up so bad.
And just to preface that, somebody did like call them out on that, and they replied. It was just like it was an example. It wasn't necessarily.
It was what you said. Right?
Yeah, okay. It wasn't like.
No, I get it. Okay,
that.
You lucky though, because Twitter, you got to say what you mean.
Say what you mean,
and I would have got on you because I hate this idea. So I'm ready to go to war. All right. Anyway, it'll be a send off for not only the entirety of the Foxverse, but the MCU that we have all grown to love. And the aftermath will be an all new, all different MCU. ... Side eye, like that. So, we're gonna mix that with actually two other topics, but we'll get there. Get your shit. I don't have like a spiel. I'm just like, I know how I feel about it. So I want to see how you feel right now.
Yeah, like all right. This is something that we talked about a while back, and this is something that I kind of been.
You kind of want it.
I kind of do, but
is it? Be honest right now. Is it just kind of like no? Be honest as hell. Is it kind of, or are you actually no? Just like, or are you just like nah? Like they should do that.
I like the idea.
Okay, so you're interested.
I don't feel like it's necessary, but like,
okay.
I took a step back. I don't know if I was telling this to you or I was talking to somebody else about this, but you take a step back from the MCU. Yeah, we talked about it. We take a step back from the MCU, man. It's a lot of characters. It's a lot going on. It's a lot of things that are like kind of over here, over there, over there. But it's like 5 people over there, 6 people over there.
Oh, I already want to play devil's advocate, but you keep going. Sorry, I'll try to remember.
I'm saying that to say,
I know.
I'm like, bro, we even said like, yo, it's been almost 18 projects, if not. Than the last time we seen Captain America. It's kind of crazy, right?
No, that's
it's a little crazy.
All right, fine.
But hold up, that's besides the point. That's
y'all gotta relax. That's crazy, bro.
It is crazy.
18
projects.
I think I'm laughing because like that shouldn't be accurate.
Yeah, at least a post credit scene. Y'all couldn't get in for a post credit scene.
And it was worse because you saw the tweet, right? That listed them all.
Yeah.
Once you're reading them, I was like by the time you get to like past Eternals, there was already like 5 Johns. So I was like,
Yeah.
Okay, this is
yeah,
all right.
yeah,
All right,
yeah,
all
yeah,
right,
yeah.
all right.
But I say that to say, man, we dealing with the multiverse. We got this Fox universe that they're going to be resurrecting or using for Deadpool, which we know that's going to be
Kind of
involved
resurrecting.
in
Yeah, I hear
Secret
that.
Wars
Yeah,
and things
yeah.
like that.
They're resurrecting it to kill it.
Right.
Yeah.
Then we got 838, what we got introduced to in Doctor Strange, which we know is going to be a bigger thing going forward as well. I'm just saying that to say, like,
Also,
we're dealing,
Sony verse.
yeah, that too.
Well, yeah.
And then we know, like, a big thing is multiverse. The multiverse is out of whack, right? That's what we're dealing with in MCU right now.
Right.
When they bring things together, after this is over, things are not going to look the same way they did before.
True.
You can even look at what happened with the actual comic book Secret Wars, which I hate referencing the comic books all the time.
That's the only
because
reason
that's not going to be exactly what's happening.
But if they do this, though,
yeah.
it's because that is how they're going to free.
Yeah, and it's an example for them to
yeah.
use. Yeah, it's a precedence for, like, them taking things and
it's
and
like right
combining
there.
things and,
So I get it. I get it. Yeah.
Like, I feel like at the end of this, we're gonna have a sacred timeline again, but that, like,
It's going to be new.
it's going to look different.
It's going to be fresh.
It's going to be fresh. You know what I mean? And I know they use all new, all different Marvel and the example, and I know a lot of people don't like all new, all different Marvel.
That's where, all right, you're already getting to where
Right.
because I'm like, okay.
We kind of have a lot of pieces from all new, all different Marvel already in MCU right now. So it's like, I mean, I don't hark on the comic books and those receptions for the movies. Like you can't take what people thought about that and put it on the movie and be like, oh, I didn't like it over there, I'm not gonna like it over here.
Okay.
You don't know what they're gonna do because the movies are never one-on-one. They're taking things from different runs, different comic book series, different writers,
Yeah, it's never exactly the same. Never.
Exactly, and combine it all together. I said it to say because I feel like I got a little off topic, but
That's what.
this soft
This is a very interesting topic.
This soft reboot thing I think would be cool to see because, like, they finally got all the pieces that they always wanted to have.
OGs,
the OGs,
the
like,
Fantastic
you know what I mean?
Fours, and the
If people don't
X-Men.
remember, like,
you.
the Avengers were not the A team; they weren't the A squad, pun intended. You know, yeah, I mean, but like the Hulk was a big deal, X-Men big deal. You know they coming, so it's like we want these characters to interact with each other. You want these pieces to.
They might be getting the rights to that too.
Right, so you want these pieces to interact with each other. Like, it suck. We get this whole X-Men saga, and you'll never get Tony Stark, or you'll never get Steve Rogers. Not to say I want them to bring them back. That's not what I'm saying at all.
But to say what
I'm just saying, like, yo, it's a miss. It felt like, damn, we missed that. You know what I mean? Like,
I agree with that.
You know what I mean? Like, wouldn't it be amazing to see Iron Man, Tony Stark, Robert Downey Jr. interact with Hugh Jackman and Patrick Stewart?
But
not to say
that's going to happen.
We know that, but I mean, like, real storylines, like something that's not just.
Here's where, all right,
not just this one movie, like something that Tony does changes something with the mutants, and then they got to deal with that.
We got to get into this now. We have to get into this now.
Okay.
Because now you just said you worded it away. I thought you were trying to get off that. You playing with stuff. Nope, you did it. You opened the can of worms. We're here now.
Right, open it up.
Are you open it up? Okay. Only reason I'm asking because you just said it though, right? You can take it back. I just wanted to double check. You said Robert Downey Jr. Who'd you say? You said Andrew Garfield, Robert Downey Jr., and Hugh Jackman.
I said Hugh Jackman.
And by the way, we know some of them might die. That's cool. I get that. My point is, if we're basing it on this concept of this all new rebooted version that we're speaking on, right? And that's where you want to get this timeline, this storyline that you're talking about, right? You telling me you want them back? Like, that's how you want it going down? Because that's what you just said.
Man.
Okay.
So
what's your vision for this? Maybe
shout out to our guy Fat Thor, because we talked about this online a bit.
Thor, yes.
I don't want it to seem that way because I feel like that could possibly take away from Tony sacrificing Infinity and War and Endgame. That could take away from now.
If there's a full storyline, if they come back as Secret Wars and it's a one-time John, I got no issue. Right. That doesn't affect it.
Right.
Yeah.
The thing with what was it? Chris Evans, Captain America.
Yeah.
I do think there's more story to tell with him, but that's a whole nother conversation, right?
Yeah. That's something that it's not even involved in this.
Yeah.
It don't have to be.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, that could happen without a reboot. But I do think, like, I do want to see what this. I'm just interested to see if Feige decides to do a soft reboot. What is that going to look like? Right. So you weren't even trying to really.
I don't want to like bring people back or take people away. I just want to see. All right, if this is something they want to do, they want to streamline this thing. What is this going to look like?
But bro, that's why this topic is so interesting because they're gonna. When I hear all new, I hear soft because again, it's soft reboot, not
soft reboot, not James Gunn. We going to destroy everything and bring it back.
Right.
And he ain't even doing that. So it's
oh man, soft reboot is interesting because it's like, bro, you want a new Iron Man? Well, Ironheart's here. Y'all just hate her?
No. I'm not saying you.
This is nothing.
No, but I'm saying like all new, all different Marvel, a lot of that is that exactly what you're saying. Like if you look at that picture that they use, right?
Together.
There's Captain America. There's Captain America Steve Rogers and Captain America Falcon.
Okay, hold on.
There's
keep talking. Yeah,
Miles Morales is there, but then you know what I mean. It's a lot of some of these people do coexist in the same timeline. So
wait, I ain't trying to burst your bubble, but
let me see.
There's no variants on there.
Yeah, it is.
Where's
They're
Captain?
right there. Captain, they right next to each other.
That's Captain America?
He's Old Man Cap.
Oh Jesus, I didn't even zoom in.
Yeah.
That's my B. But that's
the only one. But I'm just saying, like, that doesn't.
I'm here now.
Think of that. You know what I mean?
You
like,
already spitting because there's
people,
3 Spider-Men. So
exactly.
it's okay.
So it's these things have precedence. You know what I mean? Like,
you're right.
I don't think they should get rid of people, but like bringing things together, streamlining things, making it a little easier. Because somebody was saying it, and you know, we have our thoughts. We are Marvel gang over here, right?
Yeah.
But somebody was saying it's getting way at further that we go down, it's going to get way more difficult for newer people to get into it because it's this history. It's so much history that you have to know for it to make sense. Now, that's not all the way 100% true, but when it comes to certain things, it does hit different if you are aware of the past thing that happened. You know what I mean?
I ain't even gonna lie. I might even disagree with you. Might be 100% true.
With people not being able to have like, can somebody just jump into the Marvels and be able to?
Not right now. They can. I think because some of these movies still. Kevin Feige goes out of his way. At least he be saying he goes out of his way to make these movies still explain. At least the movies, not the shows. Explain enough for you to know what's happening in this plot, in this one. Like Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness. Remember, if you ain't seen WandaVision, it's not exactly what you said. It's not going to connect the same, but you can get the plot. You get it because they give it to you right early with a couple lines, just here and there. Oh, that thing, not that thing that happened in
Westview.
Yeah, this and that, and you know. So, but I'm saying like 10 years from now.
Yeah, might be hard.
Might be if this reboot didn't happen. So that's why I'm fighting demons. I like personally, bro. I'm all right. Let me spit why I don't like it. I don't like it because of the concept for honestly a couple reasons, but there might be a little more pros than there's cons. That's why I might just be fighting the demon. I'm kind of fighting a losing battle, but I don't like the concept of, again, like an Ironheart, Anthony Mackie playing Falcon. We're not gonna care you bring Steve Rogers back, bro. I'm not even being disrespectful. I love the concept of Anthony Mackie, and we get a black cat. Do I care if Steve Rogers come back with him? No. Do you, Zen? Be honest. Be honest. Let's be real about it. Nah, I don't give a damn. I don't care.
Maybe, and I don't want to.
Unless if you team up him,
cut him some
you can
slack,
team
though.
up him. You know.
Let's see the next Captain America movie and ask me after that how I feel.
You spitting, bro, again, but he'll only have one. So it's just like if in this world we're speaking on, because Secret Wars will come before this, and Secret Wars is when they're gonna and they reboot it, right? That's my thing. So you're telling me Anthony Mackie get one movie as Anthony Mackie as Captain America with no other Captain America existing, then the next time he get one, there's a whole new Cap that we already had way more connection in history with.
Yeah. I mean, it all depends, because, like, again, you seen the picture with Old Man Cap. If he comes back in a different kind of capacity, that could be interesting.
As long as it's smaller, I just feel like people are still going to, I don't want to be rude, but I feel like, let's say they dropped it as
it already was That's My Cap.
Exactly, bro. And that's on the racism. So we don't want to go there. I was saying with the Star Wars fan thing, I don't even want to go there. My thing is just like, that still goes to the money, though. Let's say they drop a Captain America, a Nomad movie with Steve Rogers, right? And then they drop the Captain America. Let's say they did it at the same time. That never happened. But if they did, you know it's making way more money. You know it is. So it's just like, damn, Ironheart ain't going to get no love. You make a new Iron Man.
True.
She not. A lot of these people not going to, it's a little different with Peter and Miles, because it's like,
I feel like their popularity is,
come on, man. It's the popularity.
You know
it's popularity. And again, they can do cool stuff for like She-Hulk, because I still think regardless of how people feel about the show, she's going to be a really popular character.
For sure.
She's dope. We like her, you know?
Yeah.
So like, there's there's pluses when it comes to certain characters, but that concept of the all new, all different is like, all that, like Kenan Thompson, like all right, okay, you know what I'm saying?
Okay,
like,
I feel what you're saying.
It's just
I honestly don't think it's gonna be
because then it's too fresh.
Again, we
right.
don't know.
We don't know, and that's what scares me.
I'm the most interested in that, and you know,
I'm gonna say this. I'll accept it, but I'm gonna just cry.
I'm gonna say this, and we can move to the next topic.
Cool.
Personally, if you want Zen's Marvel Universe, my MCU.
Was it spit?
Stop everything right now. Give us the X-Men right now.
Oh, Jesus. Never mind.
Mutant time.
We need to go to the next.
You feel me? Like, that's what I want, personally. I've been rewatching X-Men Evolution,
but
and it
you
just
also
got me
want them with these other people, too, though.
I do. But, like, I want the X-Men.
You do, but also we all want the X-Men. I feel you. No, you need the X-Men. I want the X-Men.
I've been waiting
you need
for
the
so
X-Men.
long.
And by the way, I respect
like
it.
they're done in the proper way. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And by the way, we're gonna get all that. That's why I think a part of this reboot shit is unfortunately kind of true, man. I'm gonna just be real. That's why I'm mad at y'all. I think that these theories and y'all hate. I'm not even being. I'm about to spit for you. Yeah, because this I'm realizing while I'm thinking why I'm mad about it. All of y'all being annoying on the internet, and I'm pointing to you. Yeah, all of you, not the people that love Listen 3000, but the people that are the casual watchers that actually hate on Marvel. Those people, the people on TikTok, stuff like that, right? That are actually hating on this stuff. All of y'all complain so much that now you got Kevin and them like, well, damn, all this cool stuff that we had planned and whatever, if it was working or not, right? All this other stuff, now we got to go switch this. We got to refresh because y'all not digging it. And because of that, now we here. That's my theory to why this is happening. That's not a joke, bro. I don't think that if people disliked all of these movies, we would be hearing about a reboot. I do not at all,
bro. But then again, take away the fact that take that away. Again,
I know you're talking about the story. I get it, bro. I just don't think they would be thinking about it right now. No time soon. That's all I'm saying. I think they would give it another 10.
The only reason I say
because of the Secret Wars concept.
Yeah, but also. You got again. We're getting the A-list people pulling up now. We got Fantastic Four pulling up.
No, you spitting, but
I
feel
like pulling up,
bro. But my theory to this is about because I hear you. I just think that's why they. You know how people were saying Secret Wars too early. Remember that? I think they made it so early because they want to do this concept of rebooting stuff, and they want to do it because y'all keep complaining. That's what I'm saying. I think they literally were like, we ain't gonna do Secret Wars now. Let's get everybody in here again and let's really flesh it out. Then do Secret Wars. I think they heard all this was happening. They got the Disney deal, they got the Fox deal off. So they started working on Fantastic Four. People started complaining about stuff while this is going on. Bob Chapek lead and come back. All this stuff is going on, right? And then out of nowhere, they were like, all right, we're actually going to announce that Avengers King Dynasty and Secret Wars go back to back in 5 years. Bro, I genuinely think they heard the noise and they were like, all right, this is what we're going to do. We're going to do a soft little.
I'm going to throw another devil's advocate because
okay.
We've been on this too long. We got to move on. But what if this is what Feige wanted to do?
Last topic, technically. Unless you talk about
from what I've heard, now this is all speculation, right? But people have been saying yo, this is something he wanted.
Hear me real quick. This is the last topic. Unless if you want to include Mike Waldron.
Oh yeah,
but that could go into this.
We need to talk about that.
Okay.
Yeah, but yeah. From what I've heard, this is what he always wanted. To have all the pieces. No, the pieces to be able to move 100%.
I don't think that means he always wanted Secret Wars to happen in 2025 originally. I don't think there's
probably
26.
Not. But you got to figure out a way to get it all together. You feel what I'm saying? Because
I hear that.
Yeah,
no,
it's a lot, man. It's a lot. But again,
you.
like I said, I'm interested. If this is actually something that's going to happen, I'm with it. I just want to see how they're going to do it. You know what I mean?
I'll cry, but it's okay. Only if, and by the way, only if they do it not right. Because I would love it if they mix it in at the end of the movie. Right it's Miles and Tom, and it's just a scene of everybody flying around and everybody. I'm gonna cry good tears. Yeah. That's okay. Right. But I'm just scared, bro. Y'all already don't like every single thing you see. Everything.
Yeah.
Y'all hated on Ant-Man, and the movie still made $500 million. Shut up. I mean. I'm just saying, bro. Thor, the last Thor movie did more money than Ragnarok. Which one is better?
We know why though.
That's what I'm saying. So that part don't matter. I'm just saying we still y'all still gonna see it and still hate though. That's true. All because we're not hating. That's what I'm saying.
I'm gonna play devil's advocate for the haters.
Come on,
I gotta see it to hate.
No, you don't. You know how many people hate and don't see it?
But for my hate to be accurate, I have to see it.
Zen, they hate isn't even accurate though.
True.
So that's what makes it funny.
No, I need you feel what I'm saying though? I need
theory,
for me to, you know what I mean? I need the scope. I need to see the whole picture.
Zen, but you know how many people are actually haters on Twitter that just see clips and are like, bro, you remember Ant-Man time? Remember that?
True.
And we saw all of the MODOK stuff and people didn't see the movie. They were like, y'all see this trash?
Yeah.
No, that's not the same. You know what I mean? Y'all hating regardless. I'm not saying all of the haters. I'm not saying every single hater is the same hater. But y'all all haters though. It's less of us. It's way less of the people that are that are just honest when it's not as good, but still got faith and love Marvel.
No, for sure.
That's all I'm saying. Y'all not a hater if you just are honest about it. Secret Invasion was kind of not good at all, besides the things that were good about it. We can admit that. But that don't mean I'm out here like Marvel's trash right now. That's kind of crazy. I just don't see that being true.
Yeah.
We recently just got this or that or this or that.
Yeah, like
y'all
is
just
Marvel
seen
trash when
Spider-Man.
y'all seen Guardians 3?
Come on. Was Marvel trash when y'all saw Spider-Man No Way Home? Apparently it was when y'all saw Wakanda Forever. And that's crazy to me too.
That is crazy.
So
but that's a whole nother conversation.
But you get what I'm saying. All of that go in that pot. You know what I'm saying? We had this talk in the car one time.
For sure,
it's like they be hating bad. So I don't know. I hope that the more that things change and, with this writer's strike and then have by that situation having to like pick and choose better and go about more quality stuff, maybe the changes will happy everybody, make everybody cool.
Now, while we staying on Secret Wars real quick, this is our last.
This is our last topic. Yeah.
So there's been rumors going around. I don't. Was it My Time to Shine or was it?
Might have been.
It probably was.
Either way,
right?
we heard it from
or Toast
people.
or one of them.
Yeah.
They're the same person anyway, low key, but whatever.
You gonna put that on the pod? Ooh.
I mean, if I'm
That's
wrong,
the theory.
If I'm wrong,
Tell us.
Let us know. No, I'm joking.
No, that's funny though.
But
that's hilarious.
But it's rumors going around that Michael Waldron, who wrote Multiverse of Madness, who was
and
a former Loki, former Rick and Morty writer, who was scheduled to write Avengers Secret Wars, is no longer writing Avengers Secret Wars. And I know a segment of the population kind of cheered at that. Oh, you got something?
I'm sorry. I'm just even adding. We talked about it before, but also that means that both writers got fired.
Yeah.
Him and Loveness for
King Dynasty. Yeah.
So that is a big thing.
They're kind of it's open. It's wide open.
Wide open.
You know
wide open.
And we know I have my picks. I don't know if you want to do that or you want to talk about it a little bit.
We're so doing it. We can talk about it a little more, but we got our pick is. You have more than one pick. I got
pick. Two.
I got one, and they a partnership. So it ain't.
Both of mine is a partnership. I think you're gonna be surprised at the other.
No way! I like that other one. No, I know. Do they write though?
I think they wrote. Let me look it up.
I think they wrote because I already know what you're talking. This is why. Look, this is why we. That's why we do the pod. I already knew exactly what he was talking about. But okay, no, I will get more into it. Okay, so this is happening. If true, this is happening because a lot of people did not. Let's just be honest. A lot of people did not like Doctor Strange. Too, even if it was still a solid film, I personally still think it's a solid film. I don't think it lived up to what they made it out to be. No, I don't think so at all. They wrote it.
Yes, they did.
They need to get them all together, or just do one movie and the other two get the other movie. We good to go.
I'm with it.
Anyway, y'all gonna know what we're talking about. It ain't even hard to think about it. Who else do multiverse stuff and did it well? It's like nah, but no, because I don't even want to diss Michael Waldron, right?
Yeah,
Waldron, because Loki was amazing, bro. I'm excited for Loki season 2, and I'm assuming he.
I don't know.
No, bro. If he didn't write season 2, he's 100% not writing Secret Wars. That's not even a debate. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That mean he already was fired? No, I feel like he got a little something on there. Something. Try IMDb if you can't get it. I'm gonna keep talking though.
No, it's on here. So it's on here. Writer note. His name is not here.
You lying, bro? And it's got more than one writer on there.
Yeah, this season of Marvel Studios, Eric Martin serving as head writer, Justin Benson, Aaron Moorhead leading the directing team. So no, he's not involved.
Michael Waldron's gone, yo. It's confirmed.
I mean, I always just assume because I knew. I think I remember when they announced it, they said he wasn't because there was a few other people that were involved that they didn't come back.
Yeah.
But I was just assuming that because Secret Wars is such a big overtaking, he needs to focus his attention. Obviously, and he did Multiverse of Madness. Like he can't. It's a lot. They got him working over there. So it's like he got to divert his attention. So I wasn't really expecting him.
That's a good point. My thing, and I don't even want to because this was so interesting. We've heard a lot of rumors with Doctor Strange because I think we even debated this one time too, like off the pod. Like, I'm not sure if I can blame Michael Waldron, and I can or not, because Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness, some of the writing, not some of it, like the plot, actual things that took place is like some of it felt rushed, like they just did stuff and did things that they thought made sense.
I'm gonna just throw a curveball out here real quick. We don't gotta linger on it because I'm gonna wrap it up. But
okay. What you trying to say though?
Why does Kevin Feige not get?
You want to do this right now?
When
Zan,
things go wrong?
Why are you gonna do this?
I'm just asking the question. I'm gonna leave it right there.
You can't say. We're
gonna table that. We'll come back to that in another episode. But I'm just throwing that question out there.
How is he gonna say table that?
Why does Kevin Feige not get the smoke for some of this stuff? I'm just asking a question. Because y'all give Kathleen Kennedy all the smoke in the world, but they don't give. I understand he's $1 billion guy. I get it, but. What have you done? What have you done for us lately? I'm just asking.
What?
We're moving on. Move on.
Zen,
I'm just saying.
You almost got to take that out of the pod. I have to react. You can't say that shit on the pod and think I'm not going to react to it. We got to talk about it.
We love Kevin Feige. You already know what it is.
No, you don't. Anyway, Kevin, I love you to death. We best friends, and I don't even know you. I don't know what he's talking about.
I'm just asking questions that I don't see
You want
nobody
answers?
asking.
I got answers.
No, we
You
don't have
want
to answer that now. Right
Then why
now.
would you even bring this up? That's crazy. I'm in the middle of talking about goddamn Michael Waltrip. He gonna throw in, does Kevin get enough smoke? No, what? Yeah.
I'm just asking the question. I'm asking.
I mean, I
want to know why.
Because he's not writing these damn movies.
But who hired the writer?
That has nothing to do with the actual execution, bro. That has nothing to do with it. Literally nothing.
So hold on.
Like, you want me to fire you after
No,
you
I'm
just
gonna
took
ask you a
12
question.
months to make a movie? And now I got to do all this other stuff, and I got to pay more?
But then why did you put him on one of the biggest movies that you got coming in a later slate? Why did you do that?
He signed him on there before the movie came out.
Okay.
So what you be saying?
And now he signed him off. So hopefully he knows. Hopefully he's learning better.
I just don't get your point, though.
I'm just asking questions, bro. I'm not saying I feel one way or the other. I'm just throwing it out there into the ether. Why does he not? If y'all watching this, comment below. Why do you think he don't? But
y'all better not comment below. I'm gonna grind the shit out of y'all in them damn comments.
shout out to Kevin Feige though, because he is the greatest. He's the greatest movie producer of all time, in my opinion. The number one, and he's not two. Shout out to Steven Spielberg, but you know.
But asking why he don't get.
I'm just asking questions, bro.
What in the world is going on? That don't even make sense, man. He don't write the movies.
He don't. But all right.
No,
we're
seriously.
not going.
But you can't open that can of worms.
We're gonna
man.
table that. We're gonna table that for now.
You got to end the pod. I don't even know what to say. I'm dead. I can't even say nothing. I have so much to say, and I'm not allowed to say it, so I don't even got nothing to say. I'm good. Sorry, Michael Waltrip.
Let's give our picks though for Secret Wars.
Yeah,
for right.
I got too much to say. I don't even want to talk. Man, talking about Kevin like that. How dare he? All the stuff that he did, and they gonna put that blame on him. Look what you did. I can't stop talking about it. Why would you say that right now?
But no, my picks right there for Secret.
It's the Daniels and it's
Lord and Miller.
Yeah, Lord and Miller, right? Yeah.
Either one of them.
I want Lord and Miller for Secret Wars, and I want the Daniels for
King Dynasty.
Dynasty, yeah.
I would like one of them to take both if they keep it in a cohesive story. But like that would be dope.
I just think, bro. Remember when they did I guess. Okay, I was thinking that they would have to collab anyway.
They would, yeah.
To connect them. No, but that'd be sick, right? Like, I just feel like, wow, what a collab. Like, I'm low-key geeking about it, and I don't even think it exists. Like,
right.
I'm not going to lie, though. We heard rumors about Michael Waldron getting fired at the same time that I kept hearing, not rumors, but people theorizing and being online like, yo, they should get Lord and Miller. Yo, they should get Lord and Miller. And people mentioned the Daniels too, but I obviously heard it way more with Lord and Miller just because Across the Spider-Verse is amazing with the writing of all the characters they did and making us care about so many and still, you know what I mean? But, bro, I kept seeing that. So when I heard he actually, like, this actually got fired, I was like, what y'all trying to say?
And what they're saying, obviously, we are under currently actors and writer strike, so nothing's going to be revealed or locked in until that is over.
Because that means that probably happened before the writer strike, then that he was fired.
Possibly.
If that's true, because I don't think they can do it.
No, it's no confirmation and stuff for it, but yeah. So
that'd be nasty if they did that during the writer strike, like fired them during the writer strike. They better not have.
That's like getting fired on your day off, Craig.
Oh my God,
how you get fired on your day off, Craig? But yeah, those are our picks for that, though. I definitely think one of them should get it because they are amazing. Those movies are amazing. You know what I mean?
He's so funny today. I can't do this. I gotta go home. Talking about gonna reference Friday on a comic. That was great.
Yeah, man.
What we talking about? Cauldron? I'm still mad at Kevin. At him about Kevin. I'm never be mad at Kevin.
Yeah, no, we're gonna table that for another episode.
Table my ass. There's nothing to talk about. Kevin didn't do nothing wrong. This man say, "Hey man, we gonna pay you. You gonna write this like you wrote your other stuff?" He said, "Yeah." He go, "All right. While we at it, we think you nice. Do this other joint too. That's cool. Yeah, I'm gonna do both joints." 12 hours later, when the movie come out, hey bro, I thought you was supposed to be better than this. Now everybody think that I'm trash. Because I hired you.
And I have a rebuttal for that, but I'm a double.
Oh, you gonna table that too?
We
gonna have to. This was.
We going like all the podcasts do that. They say they're gonna talk about something later. We are gonna come back to that later.
They don't always come back to it.
We gonna come back to it though. We gonna have a guest or something, and we gonna really get into it.
Don't do this with a guest. They gonna get ripped. Don't do that.
We gonna get Snow or somebody.
Never mind. Snow gonna be yelling at me. I don't want to hear this.
But nah, man.
Do you think now you got me? You think Snow think what you think too?
I don't know. You
got to ask the group text.
We might have to ask about it. But
if they get too crazy, I ain't gonna. Me.
But nah, man. Again, this was a great episode, man. Yeah. We talked about a lot of cool stuff. Again, if you didn't know, this is the Agents of Fandom podcast.
Yes.
Shout out to Agent of Fandom.
Always is.
Make sure to go to agentofandom.com. Listen to all the other podcasts on the network, including
3000.
Of course. Us.
Agents of Fandom.
Yes.
Ticket
to reality.
Yes. And Fandom Academy. Bang, bang. Great podcast. I was about to say 4 great podcasts, but it's 5, right?
Yes.
Including us. There we go.
There
we go. 5 great podcasts.
Yeah. And again, shout out to The Spot Recordings.
Please. Maddie Moonshine.
If you need some beats, you need recording, you know what I mean? You got to pull up on my guy.
Pull up to Les Spots.
Yes, sir.
You got to put a lay on there with a little accent on the E, man. I'll talk to you
about
it.
Make it fancy. You got to make
there
it
you
fancy.
go. You got to put a little Salt Bay on there. Les Spots.
Yeah. But yeah, man, I was listening 3000. We'll be back real soon.
Real quick, I'm so sorry. We have to say this before we
leave. Yes, we do. Is it what I think you about to say?
No. What are you about to say?
Go ahead.
Oh, mine's funny.
Okay.
You go. You're probably
I was going to plug. We are really bad at this, but we have music out right now.
Oh, my God. Thank you.
So,
thank you.
Forever, 7 Minutes LA. We have a lot of singles out for our project that's coming soon. Yes. The current single right now is Fever Dream. So if you are watching this, check out Fever Dream. It's a fire song. And yeah.
Maybe play it as this outro or something.
I always do.
Oh, the new song?
Yeah.
But no, I was going to say it was funny. My man, we didn't even realize the connection to The Spot. The Spot is across Spider-Verse.
Oh, yeah? Oh, wow.
Ain't that crazy?
Yeah.
Look at that. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah. All right, we got to go because he brought up Kevin, and I can't believe he did that.
Peace out.